Ladies and gentlemen, it is cut day in the NFL. Sean Palmer here, and Seth Camen's on his way from the orthodontist with Jake and Morgan. So what do we got today, right? Really, what's happening in the NFL today? We'll get to the NFL cuts, right? Then we'll talk a little bit NHL Trade Deadline, okay? The death of Lou Holtz, one of the top coaches of, I guess, our youth, right? More than anything else. We got 20 games left in the NBA regular season. So here we are on March 4th. And why is this important? Why is what's going on important? Well, March 9th is the opening of permission to contact NFL free agency. So it's the start of NFL free agency. So during the period beginning at 12 noon on March 9th, which is 5 days from now, which is next Monday, and ending on the 11th, which is 1 week from now, which is Wednesday, clubs are permitted to contact and enter into contract negotiations with certified agents of players who become unrestricted free agents, either at the expiration of their 2025 contract or they have been cut. And why is it important for cutting? What does cutting mean? Well, in the NFL, if you have followed along with our lovely show here for one or more of the last 14 years, you have found out that NFL contracts are not guaranteed contracts, right? So NBA contracts, fully guaranteed. Major League Baseball contracts, fully guaranteed. Hockey contracts, fully guaranteed. Football contracts, not guaranteed. Well, that's not true. You do have some guaranteed money. So the way that an NFL contract would happen is you have a signing bonus. That signing bonus is fully guaranteed. You have base salaries that occur on the annual, which are sometimes guaranteed. Sometimes a portion of those are guaranteed. And sometimes none of that is guaranteed. And so the signing bonus is prorated over the course of the contract. So 5-year, $40 million 5-year deal. Let's just talk 5-year deal. $60 million with a $40 million signing bonus. Let's make it very easy. So the $40 million over 5 years, that's $8 million prorated over the 5 years. And then they get $20 million over the 5 years. So they get a $4 million salary. Some of it may be guaranteed, some of it may not. Some of it may be guaranteed on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth day of the new NFL calendar year. So decisions have to be made because that guaranteed money would then go onto the salary cap. And there is a certain very hard cap in the NFL as opposed to the NHL or National Basketball Association, which are kind of soft caps. There are ways to go over those caps, especially in the NBA. So why is this week important? Well, this week is important because teams are trying to get their books in order to deal with free agency. So teams are cutting or notifying the different players on their teams of being cut. So they don't have guaranteed money on their deal, or maybe they have a little guaranteed money on their deal. And thus, they are saving under the cap. So let's say you have let's take that same 5-year, $60 million year, $60 million guaranteed deal, $60 million deal, right? With $40 million guaranteed. Let's say we're in year 4. So year 4, and we're going into year 5. So there's $8 million that is still on the cap, right? Because $8 million, right? There is still $4 million in salary on the cap that is non-guaranteed for next year. So the team could save $4 million of cap money if they cut it. And the money's already been paid out. So there's no cash that is going to be expended. So they would save $4 million in real dollars, $4 million in cap dollars, and take an $8 million cap hit because that $8 million would be there. So if he had played for the team, it would be a $12 million cap hit. It's only an $8 million dead cap. So they have $4 million more to play. Now, this was a very small example. Most of the time, if you have $40 million guaranteed over 5, your base salaries are more than $4 million. But we're just working towards this. So let's see some of the players that have been let go. One of them, or have been told they're being let go, either today, tomorrow, or whatnot. So let's take Bobby Karake from the well, actually, that's not. I don't have the salary in my hands. Trying to find. So let's take Stephen Diggs, right? So Stephen Diggs has only played 1 year with the New England Patriots. So just a little capology here before Seth gets on. Okay. So Stephen Diggs was told that he was being released last year. And this is Spotrac, right? So we're going to bring up Spotrac, give credit where credit is due. So hold on. Let me bring up this. I'm going to share this with you guys just so we can all be on the same page. Okay. So let's bring this up, right? So we can all see this. Yes. All right. Here we go. Spotrac, right? So, and let's make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see this. Okay. All right. Here we go. So this is where we are. So if you're looking here, he signed a 3-year, $65 million guaranteed deal with $12 million of signing bonus, which means $4 million, if you look right here, was prorated over the 3 years, right? The way that they worked this was they gave him $12 million guaranteed. His first year, he would have a $2 million base salary. But next year, he would have a $20 million base salary. Okay? You got some bonuses in here. So in total, his cap hit last year was $10 million. His cap hit this year is $26.5 million. Seth is joining momentarily. Just heard him pop on, but I think I got a white screen, right? Oh, there he is. So, Seth, we're going through Stephen Diggs' contract here. He was cut today to give an idea as to why teams cut players at this time. So, Stephen Diggs, like we said before, he had a $12 million signing bonus prorated over 3.
Yep.
He has a bonus here. We're not going to really dwell on the bonus. Really, it's the base salary. So next year, he would have a $20 million base salary, which means his cap hit was $26.5 million for next year after having a $10.5 this year. So
what's guaranteed? What's guaranteed?
Well, that's what I was saying. So there was nothing guaranteed, only the signing bonus is the only guaranteed money on his deal. So they are able to get out of this contract after this year, only owing the $8 million here, right? Dead cap, right? Plus your 1.7 roster bonus. I believe that there was a roster bonus guarantee. So you are taking on next year $11.4 million, which is your 1.7, 1.7, 4, and 4. And that's where you are. And that's why
it doesn't break out over 2 years. It's all 1 year.
It does not. It's all over 1 year. You take an $11 million hit over 1 year. If the Patriots wanted, they could make this a post-June 1st cut. And why is that important? Because post-June 1st means you can spread it over 2 years, which is what you were just articulating. So you would be able to take 7.5 each year, give or take, right? 6.5 each year. They would choose probably to take it all in 1 year. And the reasoning why, ladies and gentlemen, is because you take an $11.5 million dead cap as opposed to a $26 million cap hit. So let's play this out. If they signed another guy to a similar contract as this, next year, you would take a cap hit of $10 million instead of 26. So you're saving 15 and you're only taking 11. So you're actually making money on the cap. Now, the only guarantee, Seth, was last year's full salary. You didn't have any guarantees this year. When there are guarantees, so let's say $5 million of this was guaranteed to 20.6, this would be a 16.4. That's just the way it works. So why teams at this juncture are cutting players, and we're going to go off of Spotrac, why teams are cutting players is to open up room under the salary cap. It's just that simple. So when next week, when it opens up on March 9th to March 11th, you have more room. And the more you cut players, the more you push the can, you're kicking the can down the road, right? Eventually, there will be a come to Jesus moment. And the team that is exhibiting that the most, by the way, hold on, there is a built-in way for teams to actually create salary cap room. And I'm going to show you another example of this, and this is Dak Prescott. And the reason why this is important is because this is a known thing that two teams tend to do more than anybody else. And that is your lovely Dallas Cowboys or the New Orleans Saints. Those two teams love to kick the proverbial can down the road. So I'm trying to see why I can't. Okay, there we go. So let me share this screen and show you what I am talking about. So when you are at Dak Prescott, little capology here. So Dak Prescott, his base salary is $2 million. He had a 4-year, $240 million salary cap hit. It included $80 million signing bonus. Remember, we're basing that over years, right? Over 4 years. But they renegotiate and kick it down. So your cap hit is now $43 million for next year. So what they did was they took the entire bonus and they prorated it again. And they just kicked it down the road. So why? Here you have 2 bonuses with no years. So he will unlikely be, well, he may be on the team, but these cap hits will hit in years that right now he is not under contract for. So they are absolute dead caps. But if you look at this, next year, they opened up about $30 million for next year. But look at this number in 2027, $75 million. Okay, so you know what's going to happen next year, right? They're going to renegotiate this again.
Kick it down again.
This base salary here is going to be prorated to a bonus, which means it'll be expanded over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So this will be an $8 million hit. You'll add $8 million to this one, to this one, to this one, to this one, this one. And then we're at $93 million to this one. And this is where the rubber meets the road, ladies and gentlemen. 2028, he will have a $93 million cap hit. And Dak Prescott has done this better than any other player in NFL history in leveraging what he can do. Because he is not worth $240 million. He's not. I don't know. He hasn't won a playoff game, right?
No, he hasn't.
Right. He hasn't won a playoff game. But he has remember, Dak Prescott was not a first-round pick. So there was no fifth-year option on Dak Prescott. So he signed a monster deal here. So his first contract was 4 years and $2 million. He got franchised, which meant he got $31 million. When you're franchised, you could be franchised. So franchising, I believe, is the top 5 at the position at the time. Once you're franchised once, a second franchise is 120% of the first franchise. So you would get $38 million. Now, granted, this is in 2020. Quarterback salaries had not exploded yet. So instead of franchising him again, they signed him to a 4-year, $160 million contract. right? Which is what he played out in 2024. And then in 2024, by the way, a franchise tag, the second time you use it, it doesn't matter whether it's back-to-back or any time in your career.
Yep.
It's still going to be 120% of your previous amount. So he was earning $40 million, 120%, right, is $48 million, which is completely on the books, right, as a 1 year. So that would have made this 31 cap hit $48 million to $50 million. And then they would have gone through it all again. So instead of that, they did this contract. And come 2028, when he's got an $85 million or $90 million cap hit here, he's going to do it again. Dak Prescott may be the player that earns the most money in NFL history by the time he is done. He has earned $290 million. And Seth, he has never won a playoff game.
Nope.
To put that in perspective, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, this is why I give credit to Spotrac, because I use it all the time. To put that in perspective, $290 million, right, give or take. Tom Brady, $332. Dak Prescott did that in 10 years. You think he's got 10 more years in him? Probably. Maybe 8, right, at the very least. And he's only $38 million behind Tom Brady. Another guy that has earned this type of thing is my
Kirk
old
Cousins.
friend, Kirk Cousins, right? So Kirk Cousins has earned $321 million, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? Kirk Cousins got screwed this time. He really did. But look at this.
Paid a lot of money to be a backup.
He got paid a lot of money to be a backup. And now they will be releasing him because his cap hit for next year, they just renegotiated that contract. So his cap hit, if he takes off, is $90 million. So they took, yeah. Look at this. So they renegotiated this whole thing. So anyway, this is why you're seeing the crux of the story is this is why you're seeing all these guys that are being cut now. And so they can open up money for other players, for other teams to make mistakes. This is particularly why in the NBA, they're guaranteed contracts, but there are max salaries.
Yeah.
Because the whole NBA max salary is to prevent an owner from continually making mistakes.
It's the Ted Stephen rule, if I remember correctly.
Well, but that's for first round picks. But yeah, this is.
But what I'm saying, agreed. But what I'm saying is this is not the first time the NBA has done this to stop owners from getting in their own way.
Oh, agreed. And what's interesting, Seth, is right now we know that there is a boom with television marketing, right? Because of streaming rights, right? Right now, and this is an idea I got from Mike Florio at Pro Football Talk. Right now, 50-50. That's the way the revenues work out, right? The players get the cap is 50% of all revenues, and that makes a lot of sense. But as the revenues get higher and higher, Seth, you know the owners are not going to say, yeah, you deserve 50%, right? It's worked so far because it's actually kept salaries down. But now with the explosion of NBA rights and streaming rights, and I mean, they could double the value of the TV contracts in the next one, which is only 3 years away.
They only signed 4-year deals?
I think, well, with these streaming services, I think that there were 4-year deals. They may have been 5, or they have outs, right? They have out clauses. But for instance, if you want to understand how valuable some of these franchises are, 1% of the Miami Dolphins got sold today. 1%.
I didn't know
You want to take a guess at the valuation of that team? 1%.
I'm going to say 7.5 billion.
How about 12.5 billion?
Wow.
They sold 1% at a 12.5.
For $125 million?
Yep.
Wow.
1%. So if you got any change in that couch that you're sitting on,
Not much.
I do recall at one point in the New York Times, way back when we were, I think we were 17 or 18 years old, there was an advertisement for 3% of the New York Yankees. 3%. Believe it or not, there was actually an advertisement. And it was, I think it was 3% for like $3 million. Like the valuation was like $100 million. Like it wasn't, obviously not explosion or whatnot.
Yeah.
And my grandmother asked me, and she said, she prefaced it with, "I'm not buying this for you. However, would you be interested in 3% of the Yankees or even 1% of the Yankees, even if because you wouldn't control anything, right? You just be a minority."
It gets you literally a parking spot in tickets.
Right. But it also gives you the ability to flip off George Steinbrenner. And that's what I wanted. I wanted the ability just to flip off George Steinbrenner and then get tossed out of the boardroom. But think about that today. So instead of like maybe it was $3 million per percent. So it was whatever, right? So $300 million as a valuation. 12.5 billion.
Good for Stephen Ross. Jesus.
And that's the Miami Dolphins. That's not the world champion Seattle
Cowboys,
Seahawks, who are up for sale. Now, it's interesting for the Seahawks. For those that are unaware why the Seahawks are up for sale, a couple of years ago, Paul Allen, I think it's almost 10 years ago now, right?
I don't think it's that long. I think it's 5 or 6.
5 or 6 years ago, Paul Allen, who famously co-founded Microsoft and owned the Blazers, owned the Seahawks, owned the Seattle Sounders, passed away.
Right. Yeah.
And the teams have always been, they will go up for sale. They have always been in the trust that they would go up for sale. But the difference is normally a team will go up for sale and it'll be, maybe it might not be the most money. Most of the time it is, but it may not be the most money. The NFL would have a favorite of some sort, right?
Correct. Contingent on them really not moving the franchise.
Correct. Like I got to think Jeff Bezos may have offered more money for the Washington Commanders than maybe Josh Harris did, right? It is in the trust that the Seattle Seahawks will go for the most money. It does not matter who that owner is. So if you want to get into Saudi Arabia here, you want to get into PIFs,
here's your
I know that the PIF can't own more than 10% of the team, but I'm sure the Sultan can if the Sultan wanted in. I'm not sure how that works, but it's going to be very interesting where that goes because it is not this is the first majority stake of a franchise since the Commanders.
Since the Redskins, yeah.
And before that was the Broncos. Remember, the Waltons bought it from the Bolins.
From Pat Bolin, yeah. I had to think about that for a second.
So, yeah. By the way, you need a new middle linebacker.
I know we do.
Yeah. And
he's a nice player, but the salary didn't work at this point.
Yeah, and there was a big trade today, actually. Did you see Trent McDuffie?
I did. Trent McDuffie. Apparently the Giants made a run at it.
Yeah, but you weren't giving up the 6th pick in the draft.
Absolutely not. So McDuffie to the Rams for 4 picks, including this year's first.
Well, but this year's first, remember, they have a first from Atlanta because Atlanta moved up to get James Pierce.
Correct.
Who may not
be 13th and 20. They have the 13th and 29th.
Right. So
they traded the 29th.
Right. So
it makes sense. Look, the Rams are not really a drafting team.
Oh, really? When they say fuck the picks, that's not a drafting team?
So look, they're a team that can make a run next year. They may very well be the favorite, and they need a secondary. So getting McDuffie, maybe drafting a guy like the corner from LSU or Tennessee. There you go.
Yeah, I think it came down to McDuffie was better than anybody they could find in free agency. So they had a spare first. And Matt Stafford, once Stafford is done, this team is in a rebuild. So unless they spend a first round pick on a quarterback, which I don't see them doing.
I think at 29 they may have done it. They won't do it at 13.
Right, exactly. I don't think Ty Simpson's going at 13.
No,
I hope Ty Simpson doesn't go in the top 20. Because if he does, I think there's only one team that's picking him. You can start laughing. It's us.
No, you're not picking him at 2.
No, at 16.
Oh, that's right.
We're the only team in the top 20. We're the only team in the top 20 because Steelers are 21.
I don't see it.
I hope you're right. But anyway, that's why cuts are happening today. There are a bunch of those, including Jawan Taylor from the Chiefs, who is
not a surprise.
The penalty machine, if you will.
Yep.
Mekhi Becton.
One of your all-time favorites?
One of my all-time favorites. Will Dissly, who actually has one of my favorite names in football, because who doesn't like a diss? There are others that were released. Generally, players that are released have big contracts, and teams may hope to re-sign them at a later time. One player that will not be re-signed by their team will be Kyler Murray.
That is absolutely correct.
And Kyler Murray, by the way, the Rams have traded 9 of their last 10 first-round picks. Just throwing that out there. That is pretty damn impressive that you could do that. So just as an FYI, so in 1987, they traded for Jared Goff to move up. 2017. 2017, moved up to get Goff. 2018, traded for Brandon Cooks. 2019, traded to the Falcons for more picks. 2020 and 21, traded for Jalen Ramsey. 22 and 23, with the Rams' first pick, went to the Lions along with Goff for Stafford. 2024, they actually got Jared Verse, who is probably the cornerstone of their defense right now.
Correct.
25, they traded it for the Falcons pick this year. And now 2026, they traded it for McDuffie.
They traded theirs and kept Atlanta's. Yep.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, so Kyler Murray, the thing about Kyler Murray is he is going to, if he wants to play, because Lord knows he doesn't have to, he has $17 million guaranteed this year.
Correct.
On top of whatever he's earned, right? He will, for better or for worse, he will have a very big market because he will have the Russell Wilson market, which is
he can sign at a minimum. He can sign at a minimum.
At a minimum. And when people started talking to me about the Jets picking up Kyler Murray, I didn't like it. But at the same time, I kind of look around and go, well, what else is there? And I say the same thing today, unless it's Malik Willis, who knows what the heck that guy brings. It is Seth. There's nothing there. I mean, it's Kirk Cousins or Kyler Murray. And so.
And the practicality is Aaron Glenn wants to coach a third year.
Right.
So they need to win some games.
What I didn't understand was Kyler Murray's dad played with Aaron Glenn at Texas A&M. So there is something there.
I didn't know.
Not exactly sure what that brings, but there is something there. The Vikings, by the way, are the early favorites to land Kyler Murray, much to the dismay of me and J.J. McCarthy. For those that are unaware, we have our fantasy team has held on to J.J. McCarthy for now 2 years to try and play into that role.
That may be the end of our reign.
So anyway, Other players that were and the Jets are now favorites for Ty Simpson. Oh, goody gumdrops. Other players that have been cut or retired. Drew Dahlman retires.
Yeah, that was weird.
In Chicago. Now
he's 26, I think.
He's 26, a Pro Bowler. He received $6 million in front of his deal. Now, is this a play? It might very well be for a new contract, right? I mean, he's severely underpaid. So the question is, did he want to renegotiate? And they gave him the same middle finger that most teams do. And he said, fine, I'll just walk away. But if he walks away, now they can recoup $4 million of that $6 million from the signing bonus. So we'll see if that happens. Other players Daniel Jones, bird in the hand.
He signed the transition tag, I believe.
He didn't sign it. He got it. Well, okay, so let's talk about what transition tags and franchise tags. So you'll hear about this a little bit in the upcoming days, right? So 2 players got the franchise tag, right? So those 2 players.
Who else other than Pickens got the franchise?
So Kyle Pitts, 3 players, Kyle Pitts got the franchise tag, as did Breece Hall. I forgot about Pickens. No. Why are you laughing? I like Breece Hall getting it.
Because it's a 1-year deal, and you always like 1-year deals.
It's a 1-year deal. The Jets have $115 million in cap room, and he's one of the players that actually is good on the team. Yeah. So even if it's a 1-year deal and you franchise him, and then you say, okay, we'll trade him, the Jets were not in a place where they needed the cap room. No. So spending $13 million just to hold on to him, to trade him, not a bad deal. I am 100% on board. Because if they hold him for 2 weeks and right before the draft trade him for a second-round pick, okay.
Yeah.
And if they hold him and he has a 1,000-yard season, great. That's a productive player. Okay. So Kyle Pitts came back from the dead.
Yeah.
To become a franchise.
3 good games. I think he had 3 good games.
Now, to be fair, as we like to say, that Kyle Pitts, the tight end tag, is a lot less than other tags.
And also remember, with Stefanski now is their coach.
Correct.
Look what he did with David Njoku.
Yep.
He likes the tight ends. So that may play a part in there also. Really?
Hey, look, you said it. I just laughed. Okay, your franchise tags. For the quarterback, it's $44 million. So the franchise tags are, hold on one second. I forgot how much it is. I believe it is the top 5 or average of the top 5 or something along those lines. The average of the highest paid players of that spot. So it doesn't say how many, but I have a feeling it's the top 5. So quarterback, it's $43.9 million. The transition is 37.8. So Daniel Jones got the transition, and we'll get into that in a second. Running back is 14.2. That's the difference between quarterback and running back. He's $30 million. Your wideout is 27.2. That's what George Pickens got. So Breece Hall gets 14. Pickens gets 27. Kyle Pitts gets 15. Now, why are the reasons why you don't see more of these? Especially like a guy like Tyler Lindenbaum, who I think is probably the best center in the NFL. Centers get grouped with tackles. The left tackle, the right tackle. So an offensive line cap number is 25.
Yep.
Its franchise is 25.7. The center market, the highest paid center, is $16 million.
Is that Creed Humphrey?
One of them. You also have Trey. You have Trey Smith in. Well, he's the center market, right? Correct. I'm sorry. Yes, it would be Creed Humphrey with Kansas City. Then you have the defensive end market, which is $24 million for the tag. Defensive tackle is 27. Linebacker is 26. Cornerback is 21. Safety is 20, and then your kicker and punter, who are together, are $6.6 million, and you're going to see some work with Brandon Aubrey getting a tender. But, okay, so what is the difference between your transition and your franchise tag? So there are three types of tags. There's the non-exclusive franchise tag, which means that you can still negotiate if you're a franchise tag. And by the way, all three of these players got the non-exclusive franchise tag. And other teams can go and try and sign him. However, if you do, you have to give up your next two first-round picks.
Yep.
Yeah. The exclusive franchise tag is a player that cannot negotiate anywhere else, and I believe that is with a 25% bump. So if you are a quarterback, you are getting around $53 million. That does not happen.
No.
It does not. Because 2 first-round picks is generally enough of a deterrent. In fact, I'm trying to think of – I know Sean Gilbert, Joey Galloway. I don't know of any other franchise tag guys that moved on. Transition tag actually says that you can negotiate and the team has the right to match. However, if they do not match, there is no draft compensation going back. So let's remember that Daniel Jones is the only one that got the transition tag at $37.8 million. But Daniel Jones is coming off an injury.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not. No one's giving him $35 million to rehab.
Correct. So bird in the hand, right? Totally bird in the hand for Daniel Jones. Good on Daniel Jones. Nice guy. Got a franchise tag from the Giants. Got a big contract from the Giants. And now has this transition tag. This guy has made a ton of money
for winning one playoff game.
I'm bringing it up right now. So Daniel Jones has earned $122 million.
He's on his way to Kirk Cousins' country.
Yeah, he's only 28. he's only played in the league. He's only played in the league 7 years. 2 years he was injured, and in those 2 years he earned $60 million. The 3 years he's been injured. Sorry, $63 million in the 3 years that he's been injured. And I don't remember the TV show, but as somebody once said, America, what a country.
Yakov Smirnoff.
There you go.
Night Court.
Harry Anderson, Richard Mall, John Larroquette. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So I think we've gone through basically NFL free agency.
I was going to say I should have been taking notes on this.
Well, I mean, everybody should take notes when I do a master class on capology. Okay, Lou Holtz passed away. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah. I'm wondering.
You can imagine how much I care.
Well, I guess that's the question. Do you?
No. He cheated at Arkansas. He cheated at Notre Dame.
They all cheat. Hold on. They all cheat.
But they got violations at both of those.
At Notre Dame?
He was an awful announcer. He thought
he got violations at Notre Dame? I didn't think he got violations. Okay.
I think so. He thought Hitler was a great leader.
Yeah.
He never said, as an analyst, he never said anything that was remotely comprehensible or made any sense unless it was about Notre Dame. So why should I care? Yeah, he was a good coach.
Title.
He did, 1988 Notre Dame.
That was Tommy Frazier?
No, that was Tony Rice. Tommy Frazier was Nebraska.
Oh, sorry. Tony Rice and Tim Brown, right?
Yes.
He definitely did not. His announcing could have been a lot better.
He was a wee bit biased. There's no other way to put it.
He wasn't the one that made the Ron Paulus comment, right?
That was Bino Cook.
That was Bino Cook. Okay. Another guy you really couldn't understand. But
well, he had a nice opinion of himself.
He did. Okay. So we have NFL. We have NHL Trade Deadline is this week. It's Friday. In 2 weeks, I will be hosting the show from Ottawa, Canada. I don't think I have ever hosted the show from Canada before.
Hold on a second. Mute me for a second.
I don't think I've hosted the show from Canada before, but my brother Mitch and I will both be on the show. Seth, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go. We will both be on the show, hosting from Ottawa, Canada on that Wednesday. We are taking our trip on the Eastern Canada. First, we're going to start in New York. Then we're going to go to Toronto, Ottawa, and then Montreal for a week of Islander hockey. And I got to tell you, I didn't think it would be that expensive. But Montreal Canadian tickets are like $230 just to get in the damn place.
God
so,
damn.
I mean, they're a good team.
So you're doing a hockey road trip and a baseball road trip.
I am. If you'd like to do an NBA road trip, we can do that in the fall. But I don't think we're going to get past Carly.
I don't think that would go over too well.
You don't think, or you don't know?
Oh no, I'm completely comfortable with the fact it would not go over.
And
unless we did New York, Brooklyn, Philly.
And I don't think. Well, we might. That's fine. We could do that. But I think we're actually going to try and the Raptors play the first day we're there. So I think we get off the plane at 1 and they play at 3:30. So I think we're going to try and hustle and get to Scotia.
Does your brother have any interest in seeing a basketball game?
No, but it's my birthday trip. We're going to do what I want, not necessarily what he wants.
Yeah, well, we'll see how long that lasts.
We'll see if it works. But the goal is to definitely get in the 4 hockey games, right? We're definitely going to do that. My younger brother will be joining us in Elmont for the.
Will he really? Or just for the Islander game?
Just for the Islander. They're all Islander games.
Just for the home game. Just
for the home game. Seth has a little thing called Tax Day coming up, so he is unable to join. Even though the kids are gone.
What time? What day is the game?
It is Saturday.
What time?
Saturday the 14th. It's a night game. It's
the 14th? No. If it was the week after.
March 14th.
Yeah, I have March 15th deadline. No, if it was
Sunday?
The following week.
Wait, you have a Sunday deadline?
Monday, the 16th.
All right. Anyway.
The kids won't be away. They go away the 18th.
Oh, I thought
it was the following Sunday.
Well, dude, you could meet us up in Montreal.
No, I couldn't.
Wait, you can meet us in Ottawa because we know Carly won't go to Carly doesn't want to go to Ottawa.
That is completely true. I will enjoy my 4 or 5 days of peace.
So anyway, we're gonna be New York, Toronto, Ottawa. We're gonna host the show from Ottawa. Actually got permission from the boss today, so I am really happy about this. As is my brother. So we have NHL Trade Deadline. To tell you the truth, not a lot has gone on. The deadline's 48 hours away. We've had 5 deals in the last 3 days. None of real big consequence. A couple of second-round picks go. And one of my favorite players, Tyler Myers, gets traded from the Canucks to the Stars. And you're going to ask me, why is Tyler Myers one of my favorite players? He is 6'8" and 240 pounds. So on skates, that guy is like 7 feet tall. That's why he's one of my favorite players. To see him towering over Sidney Crosby is really, really funny. It's like watching Chara do it. But anyway, but I don't think you're going to see a lot of movement, Seth, this year. There are so many teams really packed in that, yes, the Islanders are in a great place right now in the playoff spot, but they're only 4 points out of not being in the playoffs. So, I mean, the good part is for our trip, there will be actually something worth watching because March is an important couple of games, but they could easily be in or out in the next couple of weeks. So I don't think you're going to see a whole lot. There are a lot more sellers than there are buyers, and which generally means that the market is down and you'll get better deals. I just don't see teams doing it. Yeah, I just don't see it. But by the way, switching topics, kudos to all of Quinn Hughes and Jack Hughes and Hillary Knight, and I don't remember the other person that was on Saturday Night Live.
It was Keller. I didn't make it Keller. I didn't watch it.
But that was amazing.
I didn't
You should watch the opening. It was pretty amazing to have those guys. And then they went on the Tonight Show as well. They're making their rounds, right? And kudos to the Hughes brothers, who are basically letting Hillary Knight be the focus. And there's no reason that she shouldn't be.
Nope.
They won gold too. And in fact, it's funny how I believe it was Quinn Hughes who's taking the lead on most of the media. And he's like, look, they're the better team than us. I was like, okay. And there's only one person in the world that doesn't think that. But anyway, all right. I know you have had a problem with college sports for a really long time. Yeah. Last night was the first time, or this morning, whenever you texted our friendly neighborhood Nabate Isles, that you said what you said, which was basically I've given up on college basketball. And that it alarmed me for a couple of reasons. Number one, will you still watch the tournament?
I think so.
Okay.
But it's more because it's going to be on while I'm at my office.
Okay. So the only way that I was giving it some thought. So Seth last night, or it was this morning, I don't remember.
This morning. And I quote, "Is college basketball still a thing?" Nabate responds with, "I think so. Not like it was, but it has some relevance." And Seth responds, "No longer care. It's not college, just minor league basketball. Even if Maryland was good, I think I am done." Okay. But here's the problem with the way you describe it and what the action is. The only way that this gets changed is if the money's not there. And the only way the money's not there is if less people watch the tournament. And you just said you're going to watch the tournament, even if it's in the background. But
you're still going
to
watch.
I will watch a lot less than I used to. It will not be a priority. Now, again, it's typically not as big a priority when Maryland is not in it.
Which is normal for me and you these days.
Yeah. But I think I'm just burned out with college basketball. And look, I like to see Darren Peterson play a little bit. I want to say this.
I think Kansas would like to see Darren Peterson play a little.
I'd like to see DiPinza. I'm going to watch a little bit here just to get a feel.
Yeah.
But my interest has really gone downhill significantly.
I think the only reason I watch it, or one of the few reasons I watch it now, is because of the NBA draft. I'm basically preparing for the draft more than I am anything else. And yes, that's unfortunate, right? I mean, it used to be my team was a 1 seed or a 2 seed. Excuse me, or at the very least a 6 seed. And now we're fighting for the tournament every year. And this year we're definitely not making it in, especially after getting crushed by Louisville last night. But I will tell you, last night was the first time I turn on YouTube TV and see Syracuse play Louisville is on the front screen. And I go, nope. I was like, not remotely interested in watching this. And maybe it's because my team sucks. It probably is because my team sucks. But yeah, no, I'm not with you. I will watch the tournament probably because I just like the gambling portion of it than anything else, right? And that's basically it. Okay. We got 20 games left in the NBA season.
Mm-hmm.
And biggest things to watch, certainly, when is Jayson Tatum coming back? Because we all know it's happening, right? It's just a matter of when. Right now, Detroit has a 4.5 game lead. Next to them, and this is in the East, over Boston, who somehow is in second place.
Correct.
And Joe Mazzulla is the coach of the year. 100%.
Easy position to take.
Right? I mean, it's either him or Bickerstaff in Detroit. And didn't Bickerstaff last year? So
you could probably, the other name you throw in is Charles Lee down in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. Well, Charlotte's the team I don't want to play. Charlotte's 31-31. They have won 5 in a row. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They are 2.5 games out of the 6th seed, Seth. Oh, Carly, so can I put you on the spot and ask for Seth to come to an NBA road trip later?
Is NBA? No.
Is that no? I
If you
can't
want
put you on.
MLB
Is
in
that
the
no, I can put
summertime,
you-
yes.
Wait, is that no? I can't put you on the spot, or is that no? You can't go.
Have you met my wife?
Yes,
Carly.
that's why I'm doing this.
I know.
While she's doing her hair.
I know it's flying. Where is it? It's right here. There's a hair flying.
I think it's
Everything-
the first time she's been on the show. Actually,
No.
showed her face on the show in
No,
years.
that's not true. She comes in back of you all the time.
No, I try and ignore it.
I don't understand why you leave the bathroom door open over there, but that's okay.
What bathroom door? That's not a
Seth
bathroom.
has 2 kids.
Hold on. That is not a bathroom.
No, us.
Oh, you. Oh, I don't know why you do that either. Anyway,
Because I
continue
took the
on.
meeting and I took this in the 4th bedroom.
So
Right.
what? So let's talk about a road trip. A road trip is multiple days.
Yes.
He's in busy season. He
No,
misses
I guess-
Saturdays. He's going to eventually having late nights. So you're asking in between all of this
No, he meant for the fall. He didn't mean now.
Yeah, I didn't mean for the next
for
one.
the fall. How many days is it?
I didn't even
Let's
think
call
we
it-
would get this
Let's
far.
call
So
it 4. Let's call it
Sean
What?
literally randomly brought this up.
4?
Let's call it
How about
4.
one night?
How about 2? Can I negotiate?
This is like the fight for my soul 12 years ago.
Look, if I can, dude, if I can get 2, we can go Boston, New York, Philly.
For 2 nights?
Well, yeah, it's 3 games in 2 nights.
No, that doesn't count. He's not. No. That's 3 nights there. My
No,
dear.
it's not. You'll be back.
You said we would drive back from Philly.
Yeah, 3.
I don't
Yeah,
even
but
know.
they'll be by midnight. That doesn't count. That's 3 nights.
You will be. No, you'll be back
It
by
depends
8
when.
p.m. 8
It
p.m.
depends when.
You know I'm now going to catch shit for this, right, Sean?
You know, I just got more than I ever thought I would get on this, so I'm good.
It just depends. I'm not going to say no, but
All right,
no,
I win.
but I thought you guys were already doing a big road trip
Oh, we
over
are.
the
This
summer,
is in
where
addition.
your audience can email you guys and help pick where you go on your Major
No.
League Baseball trip.
No,
So,
no,
audience out there, find that wacky baseball, that local little baseball team that you never thought of had any people attend to get,
Chattanooga
to get these
Lookouts,
2
baby.
for the
We're
summer.
going to Chattanooga Lookouts. By the way, if you
You have
look
an
at the
email?
top, if you look on the top left portion of the screen where it says a big, now it says 2. I don't know. It went from 0 to 2 real quick. So we have 2 viewers looking right now. So those 2 viewers,
Maybe they enjoy my comment here, but viewers here
That's what
are
I'm saying. They
2
only came for
viewers
Carla.
here.
According to Sean, I don't know if you told us. According to Randy, we had something where we had 2,500 hits. Did he tell you this?
No.
This
Carly,
is like the
did you
last 6
hit-
months.
Did you hit it 2,500 times?
I did not.
No,
I do not
you.
watch our shows.
Carly, not
I know
you.
Carly has watched every show since her and I got together. Every single show.
This is the first one she's watched because she's on it.
There you go.
I do think you should have your viewers, your loyal viewers,
My
or
loyal viewer.
your loyal viewer,
Loyal.
guess where you guys go. I think you should have an email that's Seth and Sean at Gmail
We
to
have
like
it.
get
There
them
you
to go and get these decisions here. I think this would be
She thinks
wonderful.
I haven't set that up 14 years ago. We have a Seth and Sean Sports Radio email address.
We have. We just no one's responded to it in the last 13 and a half years.
I think this is the time. I think you have to go get your viewers to make them do, and you
do
can do it
understand
at the local stadium that you go to.
that the minute that we say okay, your wife is going to email it from various anonymous sources and say, go to Brooklyn, go to Staten Island, go to Jersey City.
She'll be
Good.
up in Boston for our road trip. We're fine.
Anyway.
Sean, I have a life, so I could find things to do. Don't worry.
Okay.
Cool.
But in the summertime, for the 1 week that you're going, or 3 days.
5
Okay.
days.
5 days.
No.
Not 3 days.
5 days.
No,
No.
not 5 nights.
No, 4 nights.
4 nights, 5 days.
No.
Oh. No.
4
Anyway.
nights.
All right.
You'll
So
be in
anyway,
Boston.
we got 5 minutes
4
left.
nights.
Carly,
But 1 night.
Carly, do you have a last minute thought that doesn't involve Seth not going for 4 nights?
No. I think you should go for 3 nights or 2 nights or 1 night.
Yeah, because a real road trip is 1 night. Honey.
1 night. Okay.
Are you getting your
Anyway,
own
Seth.
rooms or are you snuggling?
We haven't really thought that far ahead yet.
All right, Seth. Last last thought. Final
I
thought.
think I should let Carly, after 11 years, she's actually on the show. Would you like?
She just said she had nothing to say.
I did. I asked if you're snuggling in bed or are you getting 2 separate rooms.
Since when does my wife have nothing to say?
Okay, to answer your question, we're getting 2 rooms, and to answer your question, I don't remember the last time. So I've now answered both these questions. Okay, for Seth Kamens and Carly Kamens, I'm Sean Palmer over here, Seth and Sean Sports and Carly Kamens. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.